So this team just hit #1 in the world in the last season of Battle Stadium, and it's pretty interesting to say the least. It features a misty terrain Weezing Galar with access to Rain Dance to attempt to completely nullify Koraidon. It also has a Choice Scarf Urshifu and a Leftovers Calyrex Ice with Leech Seed. Let's see how we can get on with it. Koraidon, Miraidon, this Randy pulled up with just threats. He also has Hitmonlee and Arceus, I know, which is pretty interesting. Huh. Yeah, this is really interesting. Xian Pao goes absolutely crazy on him. Same with Calyrex Ice. Calyrex Ice goes stupid. The Weezing G is also really solid in dealing with, honestly, Koraidon and Miraidon. We can just Memento out and it looks really handy. I think I'm just gonna... I'll lead Lando. I'm gonna bring Weezing G. And then it's a case of Cali Ice or Miraidon, and I think it's going to be Cali Ice. I just think Cali Ice looks a little bit better. The Weezing G looks actually pretty strong this match. Obviously it has a Garchomp, which is pretty scary. But getting the Misty Terrain up means that Arcanine can't Wisp us. We can Rain Dance in front of the Koraidon and just really nerf it. Especially if it's like a Choice Banded, like Flare Blitz one, you know. So, yeah, I think this is okay. It is a Miraidon lead. That's fine, we let Lando, so in theory it's a pretty good lead. He could fear Choice Scarf. I don't think he's going to. I do think he's just going to Draco Meteor. But then I think I can just go to Weezing, also get rid of the Electric Terrain as well, and get an idea of this thing's set. So let's go to Weezing here, because he can't click an Electric move. He could Terra Blast like Ice, and I'd love for him to just exhaust the Terra turn 1, but I don't see that happening. He actually does hard switch the Miraidon. Hopefully it's Koraidon coming in here. Hitmonlee. Yo, what's that guy doing here? Why was that the switch into Lando? Huh, interesting. Why was that the switch to Lando? I mean, this is probably Unburdened. Hitmonlee is actually a very scary mon. Like a very scary mon to deal with, but Misty Terrain goes up. Doesn't do a huge amount, but we can obviously Strange Steam here. I think Strange Steam's fine. I don't think Hitmonlee can actually hit us super effectively with anything. And this Weezing's max Fizz Def, so it's like pretty straightforward. We are going to get a Strange Steam off on something, but his team was pretty fairy weak from what I recall. Bro, Weezing, I need you to land. Weezing, I have never needed a land more in my life. Just one land, please. 90%, by the way, 90%. I'm going to Rain Dance. Just to nerf this thing a little bit. What do you mean? Quick Claw Koraidon? Huh? What? What do you mean, Quick Claw? Quick Claw Koraidon? And he didn't Terror in front of the Mon that just went for Strange Steam is nuts. We're gonna Rain Dance here. I can't believe the Strange Steam missed though, bro. It's all good. We can get it on this one. We can for sure land it on this one. Flare Blitz is obviously much weaker now. It does absolutely nothing. That was a crit. And he is going to take the little bit of recoil. Can we please Strange Steam land? There we go. Beautiful. So Strange Steam, going to take out the Koraidon. That's beautiful. So Weezing G is kind of putting in work. Imagine we caught the Koraidon switch though. Imagine we caught the Strange Steam there. I mean, this Weezing isn't meant to be used offensively. The whole idea is like the terrain wars and stopping Stool with getting Misty Terrain up so they can't inflict status on you. Because Will-O-Wisp is pretty strong into this team. Oh, I do not want to run. Okay, I think I'm just going to try and Memento out here. He should be faster, though. Okay, he's going to Terra. Maybe expected to switch to Lando? Terra Water. Yeah, he expected the Lando switch. Okay. Okay, got it. I mean, I do think Cali Ice can just come in very comfortably now. Oh, Rain Boosted Terra Blast, though. Hold on now. Hold on now. We got the Rain Boosted Terra Blast. Does take out the Weezing. So, Weezing, you deserve a good rest. Thank you for everything you've done. And I think I can just go to Calyrex here. I do want to Terra Water and Trick Room, but then we obviously do get opened up to the Electro Drift. So I need to figure out if this thing is Choice Specs or maybe Choice Locked. But it's absolutely fine. So I think here I always Trick Room. We did see a Hitmonlee third, so getting the Trick Room up is obviously nice for that. But we do have a Lando to check the Hitmonlee as well. I wish I was Terra Grass on this Calyrex though. Okay, so he did just... Okay. Interesting. So he swaps out. He swaps out into Hitmonlee, which is a pretty interesting switch as we go to Trick Room here. Do I just go Lando? It feels like a pretty safe swap. Because I have U-Turn? I think I do, right? Because I have Rocky Helmet and U-Turn and Earthquake to all hit this thing. I just wonder what this is. Hitmonlee's shiny is so cool, by the way, but what a creepy mon. That mon is so creepy. So we're going to drop its attack. And he went for reversal. Okay, yeah, I know what type of player you are. I know what type of player you are. Okay, I see you, bro. I see you. Rain stopped, which is obviously nice. I could just go Rocks here. They do feel pretty free. I could just U-turn as well if I think Miraidon's coming in. I think U-turn's fine. Sucker Punch, yep, that's fine. Does absolutely nothing. This has gotta be like a gimmick Hitmonlee set. It's gotta be a gimmick Hitmonlee set. I think it has to be, where it's meant to trap like a physical attacker with reversal getting it down to like 1 HP and then Sucker Punch finishing it off kind of thing. But that's not going to work here. That's not going to work here at all. So we're going to go to our Calyrex here. And I think it's okay to just Leech Seed. I know this thing... Oh, I can actually Encore into Sucker Punch. Oh, I could have got a Leech Seed off on Miraidon. But Terrain's about to go down, so it's not the end of the world. The Miraidon, I do think, is Choice Locked. Maybe he expected Glacial Lance there. Is Trick Room still up, or does it end this turn? I think it might end this turn. Okay, Terrain's down though, which is obviously nice. And we still are under Trick Room, I'm pretty sure. So I will just Leech Seed here. Just get an idea of what this Miraidon wants to go for. Maybe Draco Meteor. If it's like Specs, it's still going to hit very hard. I'm playing this battle pretty bad, I'm not going to lie. I feel like I could have ended this battle quite a while ago. So we do get the Leech Seed off on Miraidon, which is nice. And let's see what they want to go for. I imagine just Draco, right? Oh, okay. This is going to bounce off though. Yeah, that really didn't do as much as he was probably expecting. We have Leftovers and Leech Seed now. And I do think he's Choice Locked. I really do. Because he switches. He hasn't shown us flicking more than one move, right? So I am under the impression that he is Choice Locked. So I think here I can Glacial Lance, just get a little bit of chip based on how much... I mean, yeah, and also we catch a Hitmonlee switch in, which is like the main thing, right? And now he has to figure out what to lock himself into, if it is Choice Locked on the Miraidon, because he can't lock into an electric type move with us having Lando in the back. It would have to be Terra Blast Water, which just wasn't doing enough, and I have Terra Water on my Calyrex, so it's a tough spot for him, really. I do think the battle's wrapped up here. We do get a +1 attack boost as well, which doesn't do a lot for us because we've only got Glacial Lance as our attack, but yeah, I think the game's pretty much won at this point. So Miraidon's going to come back in once more. Going to be in electric terrain now, so a little bit stronger than last time. I think I'll just Leech Seed again. That's okay. I mean, the battle was cancelled. There you go. Yeah, I do think it was Choice Locked, and with me being Terra Water on the Calyrex, I don't know if they knew that. But they really have no chance to win, right? If they lock into an electric move, I've got Lando in the back. If they lock into a water move, I've got a water-type Calyrex, so it was tough. This team's pretty hard to use, though. I did 2 practice battles before this, and the matchups are pretty difficult, but I'm hoping I can get a few more good battles, so let's see. Okay, so Zacian Miraidon, got it. I think I can just leave my AV Miraidon, like, really freely. It looks really solid into this team. The Weezing G doesn't do a huge lot for us, to be honest. I do want to bring the Lando to check things like the Dragonite and the Zacian, and I think just Calyrex as well. Calyrex Terra Water, like, actually beats the whole team. We've even got, like, Leech Seed for the mons that resist us, like Zacian. But we've also got Lando to deal with that. So, very tough team, but I do think it's manageable with this structure. So, who was their lead? It was Miraidon. Okay, got it. I mean, I've left my own here. We are Assault Vest. It's just a case that, with us being Assault Vest, I don't know what their build is. I mean, my Draco comfortably KOs them, but if they're Specs, we might not live. Let me check this Miraidon spread. I mean... I'd like to think we'll live. I'd like to think we'll live. I'm just going to Draco Meteor here. So they Draco, that's fine. I wish I was my Mirror Coat one. I'm not going to lie. I really wish that I was my Mirror Coat one. But we do land the Draco. And we do pick up the KO. So that's Assault Vest Miraidon going 1 for 1. We got the Shiny and we upgraded their one. I do think Mirror Coat gets a little bit more value than Parabolic Charge, which is what the #1... But this is the #1 team, right? So they probably know a bit more than I know. Just from my experience, I prefer using Mirror Coat. It's really good into things like Cali Shadow and, you know, opposing Miraidon, right? It's just really handy in guaranteeing that you pick up the KO. So Zacian's going to come in here with that +1 attack boost. Obviously very scary. I think I'm just going to go to Lando, drop that attack, and obviously threaten it with Earthquake, maybe Force of Terror. But just dropping this thing's attack and potentially getting some Rocky Helmet chip feels like a no-brainer here. So we do go to Lando. And let's see, what did they go for? I'm very curious. Trail Blaze. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it does absolutely nothing, and they do take some Rocky Helmet Chip. Beautiful. They're going to be weak to Earthquake now. They are at +1 speed. We do have Trick Room in the back, so it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to Earthquake, because again, I think we live anything it wants to go for. He's forced to Terra. And if we get like a Terra Water Terra Blast, then it opens him up to Miraidon under Trick Room. And Calyrex also like comfortably beats it too. Behemoth Blade, yep, they're just going to go for their damage. That's absolutely fine. I'd probably do the same thing. Lando eats it for breakfast though, and that's Lando, baby. Lando's so strong, bro. It's done what it says on the tin forever, right? You slap a Rocky Helmet on it, you give it HP, you give it Fist Step, you give it a little bit of speed, maybe for a mirror match you can taunt the opposing one. You get your rocks up and you get right out of there, and that's the Lando way. Baby, that's the Lando way. So we are going to see Dragonite coming in. Okay, I am going to taunt this just because I don't want it to run away with Dragon Dances here. And then I can U-turn out, maybe sack Miraidon or even go for a KO with Miraidon. But he is going to Terra. Okay. Is it Banded? Oh, this might be Banded, you know. But he's going to break the multiscale for us, which is obviously really nice. I am curious if it's Banded. I think it is, you know. Let's see how much it does. Lando goes down. Yeah, I think this is Choice Band Dragonite. Okay. I mean, it's tough because Miraidon's obviously very low. Calyrex Ice is going to take a fair chunk, but I imagine lives 2 with leftovers healing. And 2 Glacial Lances will, of course, KO this, right? It has to. So, yeah, multi-scale down. I'm always free to just Glacial Lance here. Always. Trick Room does nothing for us. We've been going for priority moves. But we should live 2, I'd like to think. Oh, it was a crit. Okay. I was going to say, that's a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage. Way more than it should be. Glacial Lance obviously going absolutely crazy there. Bro, that crit's kind of... If he back-to-back crits us, we lose. That's scary. Well, as long as he doesn't crit us, it's fine, right? Okay, I really thought it was going to happen. I'm not going to lie. I really expected us to get crit. I mean, this battle was much more straightforward than Battle 1, right? This one was much more straightforward. Felt pretty good. Lando did exactly what it needed to. I read on the usage notes that if they have Miraidon and Zacian, you should bring the Shifu. I read that after I selected, but it felt like Lando was a pretty good pick. Like, going for taunt on a potential Dragon Dance Dragonite in the end game, being able to threaten the Zacian super effectively with Earthquake while also getting Rocky Helmet Chip, Lando felt way more valuable than Shifu. But what do I know? Let's get a third and final battle. Is that Arceus Water? I wonder what that's for. Also a Farigiraf and a Swampert. This looks very VGC coded, is all I'll say. Calyrex Shadow looks very strong here. Goldengo is a bit of a threat, but we are Terra Water. I think I can just lead Lando pretty damn freely. Only issue is if it's Miraidon and like Specs Draco, that could obviously be bad. I think I'll just lead my own Miraidon in that case because the only... Oh no, Swampert's annoying. Let me lead Lando. I think Lando's fine. I'm going to bring Calyrex and I'm going to bring Miraidon. I think these 3 again? I think these 3 are fine, but really scary team though, bro. Really scary team. The Swampert getting up hazards feels like really tough because I'm going to have to trade off my Lando essentially for it if it's like Ice Beam on the Swampert or even Liquidation's going to do a good chunk, especially if I accidentally put it in Torrent. It's just going to be an Arceus lead though. Obviously not good for my Landorus lead. So Judgment feels pretty free for him here. We are going to get that Intimidate off though. I do think it's a special attacking Arceus. I'll just try and U-turn. If it's Judgment, it's Dragon Dance. Oh, it's physical. Okay, cool. Interesting. I was not expecting that. Water Arceus looks cool. Shout out the SplashPlate. Yeah, if you're playing against me with Arceus, you best be using the SplashPlate. So this thing is still at neutral attack, but it is at +1 speed. So I think what I'm going to do here is go to... I can't go to Calyrex Ice because I can't really hit it with Glacial. And this thing being at +1 is pretty scary. I am just going to go to Miraidon. And I think maybe just try and Volt Switch. I think Volt Switch feels pretty free, right? If he Terrors, it like is fine because it opens up our Calyrex, who can now hit it. So I'm going to try and Volt Switch here. Okay, free. Oh, it's going to be Swampert. I shouldn't have Volt Switched. I forgot about that guy. I forgot about bloody Swampert. Okay, let's see. Probably Swampert with an Assault Vest, if I had to guess. Yeah, that guy is here just for Miraidon. I can sense it. I think I'll go to Cali Ice. I could be threatening Bullet Seed, because Calyrex loves to run Bullet Seed, but with Electric Terrain up, we can't be slept, so if it yawns, it's like nothing, and going to Calyrex now also stops any Stealth Rock damage in the future. I'd like Calyrex's positioning here. Knockoff, that's fine. The lefty's being knocked a little bit annoying, but we will be getting some Leech Seed healing. I think I'm free to Trick Room here. I was not expecting Knockoff. Fair play. Nice switch. Okay, so we do get a Trick Room up. Did he expect us to maybe... What did he expect us to do? Shifu? Oh. I mean, sure. Shifu's gonna hit, but I am Terra Water. Terra Water into this team is actually really good because he's got mono water attackers. Like, oh wait, is that Single Strike? Oh, that might be Single Strike. Wait, which one's the flowy headband's water? No, this is Single Strike. This is fine though, because we still are neutral now, and I can switch. I mean, Lando doesn't do anything because, oh, bro, come on. It always crits, so going Lando doesn't do anything. Bro, we really needed that. We really needed the Leech Seed there. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, we might just lose, you know, because this thing gets Sucker Punch too. I'll go to Lando once. Drop its attack, and maybe just try and U-turn out, maybe? But, bro, that's tough. That's really tough. Lando gonna drop this thing's attack. I imagine Wicked Blow here. Yep, that's fine. That's so much damage. That's so much damage. But we do get some Rocky Helmet chip, which is really nice. I will try an Earthquake here, just to get, like, more chip. Oh, it's Sucker Punch. Okay, got it. Okay. But we do get 2 rounds of Rocky Helmet, which is really nice. And this thing being a -1 means it should go down to Miraidon here. He might also go to Swampert hard on Miraidon, because I do think the Swampert might be Assault Vest, especially with it being knockoff. So I will just Draco for like some level of chip on the Swampert, and then go hard into Calyrex maybe. That's fine, yeah, Miraidon 8, which is really good. We did Draco though, which does kind of suck for us. But yeah, I thought it'd go to Swampert, that's why. So we traded 1 for 1 there. I definitely think we came out not on top, like, to be honest. Trick Room goes down. Who's coming in here? Arceus coming in. We know this is Water Arceus. I'm gonna Volt Switch. Because while Terrain's up, even though, like, he might think we're Choice Lock. There you go, right? Yeah, Volt Switch did a really good amount there. That's great. That's really good. Okay. We could be back in this now. But I know this is physical Arceus, and that extreme speed is certainly going to hit. So I think I need to get Leech Seeds up. We must be in Terra Water, though. Does that help? Not really. Let's see. Dragon Dance? Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, imagine I drifted there. I don't think it would have KO'd, but... I'll just try an Encore. Oh, perfect! Let's go! Let's go, because I can Trick Room now. I can Trick Room, and then I'll always have the fast Encore. That's perfect. Okay. Okay, that's good. Dragon Dance, Recover, probably Extreme Speed. I'm going to be Trick Rooming here. Okay. Big Encore there. That's so big. Let's go. Nice. And Swampert's coming in on the Trick Room. This is really good. This is really, really good. I wish I was Bullet Seed, bro. I wish I was Bullet Seed so bad. I do prefer Loaded Dice Calyrex. I think it's my favorite of the sets. I do think it's my favorite of the sets. He might Flip Turn here. It's fine. Yeah, let me just Leech Seed again. Oh, okay. We got an Encore off on the Arceus, interestingly. Or a Leech Seed off on the Arceus, which is really good. Because this thing's, obviously it recovered, but we're going to be getting nice Leech Seed damage off here. And we're still under Trick Room, so if he goes for any setup shenanigans, we'll be able to Encore him. This is really good. The Cali Ice always beats the Swampert, providing I keep Electric Terrain up. I think I can start Glacial Lancing just to get, like, some chip. We actually have 3 turns of Trick Room left, so I can always get a fast Encore off. We do get a little Glacial Lance chip off. And let's see, what did they lock themselves into? Did he forget? Like, did he actually just forget? Or is he just going to go for the +1s? Because the +1s are fine. I can deal with the +1s, I think. On this Calyrex specifically. It would be nice to have the leftovers. But I think I can deal with the +1s. Let me Encore again. Because even if he E-speeds, it's... Okay, Terra Normal E-speed, I imagine. We haven't seen him go for an attack yet. This could be Life Orb, you know? Like... Yeah, Terra Normal E-speed. Okay, got it. Oh, maybe I should have Glacialed again. I need to keep this alive to deal with Swampert, is the problem. Oh, wait, that did nothing. Oh, that did nothing. Okay. Okay, crisis averted, crisis averted. So we're going to get some Leech Seed recovery back here. I wish we were still lefties because that extreme speed is certainly hitting. But Glacial Lance feels very free now. I think we KO it on this turn, actually. So I'll Glacial Lance. And then this should be game. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Cali Ice, baby. I do think the loaded dice one with Trick Room, Bullet Seed, Icicle Spear, and is it Sword Stance or Encore? I don't remember. That's the better set, in my opinion. But they got rank 1. You know, who am I to criticize the team? But yeah, this was hard. I think I went 3-2 in recordings. The matchups just weren't good. I ran into like an Arboliva Leech Seed set, which and I forgot what else they had, but like it completely nullified the 3 Pokemon that I brought. And the other one was just a Cali Shadow Specs, and I just could not like beat that damage output. But yeah, the team's really fun. I'll leave a link to it in my server below alongside all the spreads and stuff if you're interested. It did hit rank 1 in the world. I think I'm gonna try a few more teams that placed high just to see how they get on. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and peace.